This is the DaVinci Cyber Alert Part 2 of the website vulnerability crisis in South Africa, and it's titled The Cost of Negligence. Weak website security is no longer just a technical issue. In modern South Africa, it is becoming a serious business, financial and regulatory risk.
At DaVinci Forensics and Cybersecurity, we provide the clarity and protection enterprises need when the stakes are high. Secure your data, protect your future with DaVinci Forensics and Cybersecurity.
Our investigations continue uncovering incidences involving compromised business, websites, intercepted communications, hijacked email accounts, invoice manipulation, credential harvesting, and unauthorized access to sensitive information. In many of these cases, businesses only discover the compromise after financial losses had already occurred. But by then, reputational damage had already been done. This is where the accountability landscape is beginning to change. Take, for example, this recent distributed denial of service or DDoS attack in mid-May 2026, where Xnilo and OneGrid hosting companies experienced distributed denial of service attacks, while both companies successfully mitigated the interruptions and maintained that client data remained secure. This recent incident serves as a vital reminder for designers, businesses, web developers, and freelancers. It is critical to partner with external cybersecurity specialists to perform regular vulnerability checks on every client website. Businesses, freelancers, and anyone building a website or e-commerce site should ensure they are covered with proper security measures, especially given how serious and recent these threats are. See card above for more information. Regulators, investigators, and businesses, they are now increasingly asking who failed to implement reasonable cybersecurity protections before the incident actually occurred. This includes scrutiny involving website developers, digital agencies, hosting providers, third-party operations, freelance website designers, system administrators, and organizations responsible for protecting sensitive information. And businesses are now becoming increasingly aware of POPI obligations, cybersecurity compliance requirements, reasonable security expectations, and possible civil liability where preventable vulnerabilities contributed to financial damages. At present, there is still no widely reported South African criminal court case where a website developer or agency has been formally charged solely because a website lacked proper cybersecurity protections. However, the legal and regulatory environment is changing rapidly. As public awareness grows around compromised websites, intercepted emails, and cybersecurity negligence, businesses and victims may begin pursuing where inadequate protections contributed to damages suffered. This does not mean developers are automatically criminally liable for every compromised website, but it does mean that the digital services industry is entering a new era of accountability, compliance, expectations, and cybersecurity scrutiny. Developers, agencies, and website providers may therefore face increasingly legal, financial, and regulatory exposure where reasonable cybersecurity protections and compliance measures were not implemented appropriately. If your website has never undergone an independent vulnerability assessment, now is the time to act. Do not wait until your business becomes part of the investigation. Contact DaVinci Forensics and Cybersecurity confidentially using the information provided. And by the way, as usual, like, comment, subscribe, and follow for more ongoing investigations, cyber alerts, and digital threat intelligence updates. And follow for part 3, where DaVinci examines major South African POPI enforcement cases, publicly reported cybersecurity failures, and growing regulatory focus on cybersecurity accountability. DaVinci Forensics and Cybersecurity, South Africa's public-facing digital investigation authority. The investigations, well, they never stop.